I want you to stop for a moment. Not to think about physics. Not to think about equations or forces or the laws of the universe. I want you to think about your own body, right now, today. Because here is something that has always fascinated me. Your body is running physics experiments every single day, without asking your permission, without waiting for you to understand them, without even telling you what it is doing. It just does them. And most of the time, you feel them, you notice them, you wonder about them for half a second, and then you move on. Today, we are not moving on. Today we are going to look at 4 sensations your body experiences every single day, and we are going to find the physics hiding underneath each one. Because I promise you, what is actually happening is far more extraordinary than you ever imagined. Let me take you somewhere first, a backyard, late afternoon. The sun dropping low behind the trees. You are standing still, just standing, and you glance down, and your shadow is enormous. Stretching out ahead of you across the grass like it is trying to go somewhere without you, like it has its own plans, its own direction, and for just a moment, something in your chest tightens, because it does not feel like your shadow anymore. It feels like something else entirely. I felt this as a boy, standing in a yard, sun going down, my shadow running ahead of me across the ground, and I thought, why? Why does my shadow change like this? Why is it small at noon and enormous at dusk? Here is what is actually happening. Your shadow is the absence of light. Not a thing. The absence of a thing. When the sun sits directly overhead at midday, its light hits you from almost straight above. Your body blocks a small cone of light directly beneath you. Small shadow, compact, close. But as the earth rotates, and I want you to feel this, as the earth beneath your feet rotates slowly away from the sun, the angle of the sunlight changes. The light no longer comes from above, it comes from the side. And when light hits you from the side, your body blocks it across an enormous stretch of ground. Your shadow grows not because you changed, but because the earth moved. You felt the rotation of the earth, standing in that backyard, looking at that shadow stretching across the grass. You were not watching a shadow. You were watching the planet turn. Now let me ask you something. You come home after a long day, tired, completely drained. Moving on nothing but habit, you reach into your pocket and pull out your keys. And for just 1/2 second, they feel wrong, heavier than they should be, or lighter, or somehow different from what your hand expected. And then you blink, and they are normal again. You have probably laughed at yourself for this, thought, what is wrong with me? Nothing is wrong with you. Your brain was doing something extraordinary. Here is what actually happened. Your brain does not wait for your hand to feel something before deciding what it weighs. It predicts before your fingers even close around your keys. Your brain has already sent a signal to your muscles, a precise calculated prediction of exactly how much force will be needed to lift them. This is called predictive motor control, and it is one of the most sophisticated physics calculations your body performs automatically. Your brain takes everything it knows, the visual size of the keys, their shape, your memory of lifting them 1,000 times before, your current state of fatigue, the angle of your wrist, and it calculates, in milliseconds, exactly how much force to apply. But here is where it gets interesting. When you are exhausted, your brain's prediction system is running on depleted resources. Its calculation is slightly off. It either prepares sending too much force, and the keys feel lighter than expected as your hand overshoots, or it prepares sending too little, and the keys feel heavier as your muscles struggle to compensate. That weird jolt in your fingers. That moment of wrongness is your brain catching its own mistake, correcting in real time, recalibrating. You are not imagining things. You are experiencing your brain's physics engine, running a live correction, right there in your hand. Now this one is remarkable. You are somewhere quiet, somewhere unfamiliar. Maybe walking through trees at dusk, maybe in a room that suddenly feels different from how it felt a moment ago. And then, without warning, an icy prickle shoots up the back of your neck. Every single hair on your arm stands straight up, like 1,000 tiny needles lifting under your skin simultaneously. Goosebumps so sharp they almost hurt. And here is the extraordinary thing, often, there is nothing there. No wind, no sound, no visible reason. Your body alarmed itself, before your brain even knew why. Let me show you what actually happened. Inside your skin, attached to every single hair follicle on your body, is a tiny muscle. It is called the erector pili. Tiny, almost invisible, but extraordinarily powerful for its size. When your nervous system detects a threat signal, not necessarily a visible threat, a sound frequency too low to consciously hear, a change in electromagnetic field, a shift in air pressure too subtle for your conscious mind to register, these tiny muscles contract simultaneously. Every single one, across your entire body, in the same instant, and every hair stands up. Now here is the physics underneath this. Your body is an electromagnetic system. Your heart generates an electrical field detectable several feet outside your body. Your nervous system runs on electrochemical signals. Your skin carries a constant subtle electrical charge. And when the electromagnetic environment around you shifts, when something changes in the invisible electrical landscape of your surroundings, your body detects it, before your eyes see it, before your ears hear it, before your conscious brain processes it. That walk through the woods at dusk, those hairs standing on end, your body was not being dramatic. It was running a physics detection system so sensitive, so precise, so ancient and refined that it knew something was watching, before your brain had finished asking the question. And finally, this one, late at night. The house is quiet. You are sitting still, not cold, not sick, not doing anything in particular. And suddenly, a full-body shiver rolls through you, from the top of your head straight down to your toes. Like something passing through you, like a wave moving through your entire body in 2 seconds, and then gone. No reason, no cold air, no draft, just a shiver. And you sit there for a moment wondering, what was that? Here is what your body was actually doing. Your body maintains a precise internal temperature, 37 degrees always. Constantly, without stopping, and maintaining that temperature requires continuous monitoring, continuous adjustment, continuous tiny corrections happening below the level of your awareness. Most of the time these corrections are invisible. Microscopic adjustments in blood flow, subtle shifts in metabolic rate, tiny variations in heat distribution across your skin. But occasionally, the system overshoots. Your body's thermoregulation system, for reasons as varied as a memory crossing your mind to a brief dip in blood sugar to a momentary change in hormonal balance, fires a correction signal slightly too strong, and your muscles respond, all of them, simultaneously, briefly, contracting and releasing in a single coordinated wave, generating heat, restoring balance, in approximately 2 seconds. That shiver was your body's thermodynamic correction system, firing a calibration wave through every muscle in your body simultaneously. You were not cold. You were not frightened. You were being precisely recalibrated. So let me bring all 4 of these together. Your shadow stretching across the ground at dusk. That is the earth rotating beneath your feet. Your keys feeling wrong in your hand for half a second. That is your brain's predictive physics engine catching its own mistake. Every hair on your body standing up before you know why. That is your electromagnetic detection system sensing a change in your environment before your conscious mind catches up, and that full-body shiver rolling through you in the quiet of the night. That is your thermodynamic system firing a precise calibration wave through every muscle you have. Your body is not just a body, it is a physics laboratory, running experiments every single moment of every single day, with instruments so sensitive, so precise, so beautifully engineered, that the most sophisticated measuring devices we have ever built can barely match them. I have spent my life looking for physics in unexpected places, in the way light bends, in the way atoms hold together, in the way the universe keeps its extraordinary balance. But I will tell you something honestly, some of the most beautiful physics I have ever found was not in a laboratory, was not in an equation, it was in a backyard at dusk, in a tired hand reaching for keys, in a walk through the woods at dusk, in a quiet house late at night. The universe does not only exist out there, in galaxies and particles and the vast spaces between stars. It exists in here. In you, right now, every single day, every sensation, every force, every physics. Experiment your body runs without telling you. There is always more underneath than what you first feel. If that way of seeing the world speaks to you, you already know where to find more of it. Right here.